In the city of Atlanta, Georgia, in 1929, a baby boy was born, Martin Luther King Jr. It was a time when racial segregation was deeply rooted in America. Black and white people couldn't go to the same schools, stay in the same hotels, or even sit together on a bus. From childhood, Martin saw injustice everywhere around him. One day, he went to play with his white friend, but the friend's father stopped him at the door and said, "Martin, you can't play here anymore. You're colored." Martin walked home with tears in his eyes. He asked his mother, "Mom, did I do something wrong just because I'm black?" His mother knelt down, held his shoulders, and said softly, "No, son, you are one of God's finest creations, but the world hasn't realized that yet. One day you'll help them see it." Those words planted a seed of purpose deep in Martin's heart. From that day, he decided his life would be about changing hearts, not hating them. As he grew up, Martin became a brilliant student. He studied theology, philosophy, and earned a doctorate in theology. But he knew that true wisdom wasn't just found in books, it was proven in action. In 1955, something happened that would ignite a movement. A humble woman named Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus for a white man. She was arrested. The entire black community of Montgomery was outraged. Martin, then just 26 years old, stepped forward and said, "If they won't let us sit with dignity, we won't ride at all." And so began the Montgomery bus boycott, one of the most powerful peaceful protests in American history. It lasted 381 days. People walked miles to work. They shared rides, rode bicycles, and endured hardships, but they didn't give up. Finally, the Supreme Court ruled that segregation on buses was unconstitutional. It was Martin's first major victory. Martin's philosophy was simple but powerful. We cannot drive out hate with hate. Only love can do that. He led peaceful marches, faced brutal attacks, was arrested multiple times, and received death threats. But he never stopped believing in nonviolence. His words echoed through America like thunder wrapped in kindness. In 1963, the movement reached its peak. At the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., over 250,000 people gathered to hear Martin speak. The air was still, hearts were silent, and then came the words that shook the world. "I have a dream," he said. "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." Those words became immortal. They crossed generations, borders, and languages, turning pain into power and fear into hope. In 1964, Martin Luther King Jr. received the Nobel Peace Prize. He donated the entire prize money to the civil rights cause. His mission was clear: justice, peace, and equality for all. But every man who brings light also attracts shadows. On April 4th, 1968, while standing on the balcony of a hotel in Memphis, a bullet struck Martin Luther King Jr. The man who had dreamed of peace fell, but his dream lived on. His voice was silenced, but his message became louder than ever. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Today, decades later, America celebrates Martin Luther King Day every January. Children learn about his courage. People of all colors walk side by side in parades, carrying his message forward. Because Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't just a leader, he was a symbol of hope, a reminder that one person's dream can awaken millions. Moral of the story: dreams are what keep us awake to change the world.